Hi, I'm Anastasia. Today we have extremely damaged nails and we're going to turn it into this with Polygel. These are the damaged nails. Do not worry, they are not infected. It happened because of the use of non-professional products. If you would like to hear the whole story, it will be later in the video while filing. So now we need to prep the nail. I already removed the surface shine very carefully, and now I'm applying dehydrator and non-acid primer. I do not apply it on a damaged area, only on the area where the natural nail plate is. Now I apply a small amount of clear polygel. I'm using orange wood stick instead of the spatula because these nails, they're so tiny, and I am trying to use my new synthetic brush. It looks like it's acrylic brush, but it's made of synthetic, and well, it worked very good with another polygel, but for this one it's too soft. So I switched to the regular gelish polygel brush that's designed for it, and it works very good. So now I'm working at the cuticle area first, making sure it's all nice, smooth, and then removing the air bubble. Make sure you remove them, because if you will leave especially the large bubble, it might end up with a broken nail. And now I'm slightly, with a very light touch, I'm going to create the free edge. Do not push too hard because we will end up with a product under the nail and it will definitely not last. So basically I'm working on the air, but since we have some skin underneath, it's also helping us a bit. So I do not push too much, I'm just building the structure. And of course we cannot build the long nails in this way, but in this case for these nails I would never recommend to make them long. So our goal is just to make them slightly longer and they will look like a nice soft square shape, and that's it. So I'm trying to fix the surface, also clean underneath and make sure that not too much product will go there. Work on the side walls and another side wall, and once you are happy with the shape, then we need to cure it for 1 minute in LED. Then I remove the surface shine with a cleanse and nail wipe, and then we need to do the filing. So I'm using 180 file, and that's enough for this nail because polygel is so soft. By the way, I use gelish polygel and I just enjoy filing it. I mean, it's extremely soft. But I'm also very careful because we cannot push too hard on this nail plate because it is already damaged. So here's the story. So this lady, she is a nail technician herself, and she was working at a very big and popular chain nail salon in Moscow, Russia. And one day there was the new product. They came to their salon and they decided to test it. So she volunteered as the model for another nail technician to try this beautiful magical product. And when she was applying a base coat, she said that it was burning like crazy in LED lamp. But she did what we usually do when we experience heat spikes. So she took them off from the lamp, then put it back. So the next day, she said her nail plates were extremely sensitive. And another day, 2 days after it happened, they just started to fall off. So they removed the nails, and that what was underneath of them, and it was 6 months ago. So she said almost all nail plates were burned, and now they already grew off about the halfway. So that means in another 6 months, hopefully they will get back to normal. She's taking a test every month for bacteria and fungus just to make sure there's nothing infected there, and this is how she keeps them healthy. So after filing, I'm switching to a drill bit and will file slightly underneath because we want surface right there to be smooth as well. So the end of the story is rather sad because what happened is that she was fired from that salon along with another 18 nail technicians that were working at that day. So she, the nail technician that was working on her, and all witnesses, like literally everybody who was there at that day. So this is the story, and you probably understand as a woman how it feels like have to hide your nails and your hands all the time, especially when she's nail technician herself. So in these cases, I do not recommend to do extensions for a long time, because basically we are closing the nail and creating a room for bacteria and onycholysis. So we did it just like a one-time extension. You know, sometimes when you really need to go to some special occasion and you just cannot go there when you have this problem with your nail plates. And they actually did last. After 2 weeks there was the first crack on one nail, but still it turned out good. So this is the story. Please be careful when working with the products that you don't know. And this product, this is the Russian brand, so I don't think you will find it worldwide, but just in case, I will write down the name in the description box so you will know that it is better to avoid their base coats. When we are done with the filing underneath, I just slightly touch the side walls and the corners to make sure they're all nice, round and smooth. And after filing, we also need to buff. I'm using 220 buffer just to lightly buff the surface so it will be smooth as well, and remove all the dust with my favorite blush brush. And then we only need to apply color. So we used this Coral Angel Pro color. I will leave the number and the link as well. And this is the gel polish, so I don't use any base for Polygel, even though it is recommended. I never honestly experienced any issues with that. First layer should be always thin, so make sure you do not apply too much color on it. And once you're happy with this layer, with the surface, you may cap the free edge if you wanted to, or you cannot, it's up to you. And when you're done, make sure there are no gaps, and then we cure in LED for 1 minute. And after that, we decided to apply the second coat, because even though the color is pretty intense and pigmented, I still think it looks so much better when we have 2 coats. So we carefully apply the second coat. Second coat might be slightly thicker. Cure it again for 1 minute, and the last step will be top coat. I'm using tag-free top coat with the same brand, Angel Pro. This time we need to seal the free edge. This is very important. And after that, I will cure again 1 minute in LED, and we don't need to do anything else. So this is what we had before, and this is what we have after. I think this is a great transformation. The best reward for me here was to see her happy, smiling eyes. Just imagine when she used to hide her fingers at all times for 6 months, and now she could proudly wear rings and just smile by looking at her hand. So this was my tutorial. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see my new tutorials, and also I will show you how to fix the same nails with acrylic, consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.